Hey everyone, welcome to the Prismic Chronicles. We've got 3 new features for you this month. The first one, the UID and the search. The second one is link variants. And then the third thing, we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive on our new Spaces feature. First thing we have for you this month is the ability to search based on the UID of a page in the Prismic search. So say for example, you're on your website, you notice something that you want to quickly change, you can highlight something from the URL, paste it into the search and find that page straight away. So for example, if I go to Prismic main, so often the product team, we're working on these product pages where we post updates and all those sorts of things. So say I'm on this page here, search by UID, and I notice I've maybe made a quick typo or there's something that I want to update. I could quickly take from here, okay, new search, copy that, go to Prismic, search, and then I see here in my new search modal, I've got an exact match on the UID field based on the little highlight there. Obviously, if I were to remove that, you'll see that it's matching on the file name as well. So as we saw in that example, there was an exact match based on the UID, so that was the top of the results. But how does the new search with the UID work in general? Well, first and foremost, it's going to prioritize results that match based on the page name. So that's if there's an exact match on the name of the page, if there's a fuzzy match, or if, for example, the search term is anywhere in that kind of substring or in the string of the page name, it's going to boost those to the top. It's then, if it doesn't match on any of those, it's going to boost any results that match based on the UID. And obviously, if there's a match on both, so the search term is in the page name and the UID, those are going to be boosted even higher and to the top of the results. So there you have it, the UID now available in the search. Check it out, let us know your feedback. And again, hoping that that's going to simplify the experience for you even more and make it easier for you to find what you're looking for in Prismic and be more productive. Second item, which we've released in January, is link variants. So basically handling cases where you may want to have variations of different buttons or calls to action on your page. So if we take a concrete case from the Prismic website, you see that we have 2 buttons. We have one for get started and we have one for request a demo. Now, if I go into the page builder, you see that the way that this used to be done, or the way that this would be modeled by developers, is with 3 fields. So essentially you'd have the link itself, a key text to add the text of the label, what you want to write in the call to action, and then you'd have the style. And so on the Prismic website, we have 3 main styles, a primary, secondary, tertiary, and if you change those, it's going to change the style of the link. So for example, the button on the left is in the primary style, that's the black button, and then you'll see we have a secondary one, which is the white button. Now, with the link variant, you can handle all of that within one field. So if you jump into Slice Machine and we take a look at a slice, you see previously within the modeling for a button, there's the button link, there's the button text, and also there might be the styling for the button. Now, instead of doing all of that with these 3 fields, if I add a link field now, you see that there's the option to add variants. And what this will do is it will immediately create the primary and secondary for you. And then basically the way that that would work within the page builder is in your link field, you add your link, and then on the right hand side in the little drop down, you'll see the option to select either the primary, the secondary, or the tertiary. And again, totally simplifies the experience both for developers and for page builders, making both of them more efficient in their work and more easily handling these different common cases of what you see when you're building your website. Third item we have for you today is Spaces. So we're just going to do a little bit of a deep dive into how you can easily set up Spaces on your repo and the value of this feature. So with the release of Spaces, we've created a feature which makes it much easier for you to organize your content within your repository. So if we take the example of Prismic, we have our marketing team who's working primarily on the main Prismic site, a bunch of the landing pages that you see. We have our content team who's working on the blog. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a space for the content team based on the blog. So I'm going to call it blog, I'm going to manage the space, and you'll see that we have a drop down here with all the types, all the custom types associated with the repository. And what I'm interested in is all the ones associated with the blog. So blog, blog author, blog category, blog guide, blog guides home, blog home, blog latest. And I'm going to save that. And now you see I have the space called blog, and you see that all the custom types that I moved are now part of this space. So super simple for the content team now. When they go into Prismic, they don't have to go into the main section to find what they're looking for, which is mixed in with all the other pages. They have their own section. Voila, good to go. So the second one we're going to do is for product marketing. So it's for the product team here at Prismic. So we use these update custom types. So I'm going to add all of these. These are the ones that we use to update the various timelines and things like that. And then we also have feature pages. So add those 2 feature pages. And now I have a space dedicated to product marketing. You see I have all of my types here, all of the different updates. For example, that spaces page that we saw before. And then the last one is I'm going to create a space for the marketing team. Now they're working primarily with landing pages. They're also working with case studies. So we'll add those. Showcase, use case, case, save. So really quickly, you can see we've created 3 spaces for 3 different teams here at Prismic. Now I know as a PM, I want to work on the product marketing stuff. I just need to go into this section here. I can find all the pages that I've been working on, quickly add a new page, and I don't have to worry about all the other stuff that's going on in the repository. You can create as many spaces as you want, basically organize them based on custom types. And the really exciting thing that we have coming this quarter is we're going to be adding user roles on top of that. So essentially what we want to do is we want to be able to create some restrictions on who can access what content. So we've just seen now we have the product marketing space, we have the marketing space and the blog space. Now basically what that means is if we take the example of myself, a PM working on the product marketing space, this is probably the only space that I need to have the permissions of a publisher to push things on the website. So with this feature, essentially I can have permissions that restrict me to a publisher just on that space. And it means that the teams on the marketing or on the blog space don't have to worry about me accidentally pushing things that aren't ready or working on content that I shouldn't be. So if you're interested, get in touch with the team. There'll be a link on the page below. Or also, if you've set up a space, you'll see that there's a little modal there with a button to contact our sales team. And again, will be available this quarter. So that's it for the January edition of the Prismic Chronicle. Look forward to seeing you again with some more updates.